Hey guys, at Horror Critic here, and today we're going to be talking about Freddy vs. Jason, which is the 11th installment in the Friday the 13th franchise, and the 8th installment in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Freddy vs. Jason is definitely a different movie. Of course, it's a collaboration of Jason and Freddy together, while of course New Line Cinema own the rights to both. Um, so they're together, and an awesome monster brawl is to ensue, just like the older days of Universal Studios, where they combined two different enemies like Dracula and the Wolfman, or Dracula and Frankenstein, and so and so. So with this movie, you would expect, this is going to be an awesome movie. It doesn't have to be too plot driven. It's just going to be Freddy and Jason fighting, right? Well, I mean, that's what I expected anyways. I mean, and did it deliver? Yes, it did deliver on several, different ways. I think New Line knew with this one, well, we've been screwing around too much with Jason. His movies have been sucking. This is the one that we've really been wanting to make, so let's make it, and we'll make it as best as we can. That's why I went through so many different scripts over the years. They wanted to find the one that was best suited, because this was a big process of a movie. You're having two different monsters face off. It was going to be a big budget movie. Lots of stuff was going to have to go into this, and they did not want to mess it up, which I mean is absolutely reasonable. Um, so they eventually came up with this script where Freddy is no one's afraid of him anymore. The people in Elm Street have kind of the parents have kind of brainwashed the children to where they don't know anything about it. They've tried to forget about Freddy as much as they can. They don't even say his name. They don't want to spread the fear amongst the children. So the children have no idea, and at the same time they've been secretly like feeding them pills to where they won't dream. So, okay, that's the plot. Freddy basically needs Jason to Freddy resurrects Jason. So Jason will go around spreading fear so everyone will think it's him, and it'll remind the kids, or it'll remind the parents of Freddy. It'll make everyone remember Freddy, and then Freddy will be reborn in dreams, and he'll be super successful. He'll be killing children, he'll be getting souls, all this stuff. But his plan backfires whenever Jason goes around killing too many people, and even killing the people that he wants to kill. But it does bring Freddy back into the minds of everyone. But Jason is going on a rampage, and Freddy just can't kill anyone with him doing this. So you know what? He's got to stop him, because now he's a big dog that needs to be put down. So Freddy fights Jason the first time in a dream sequence, and Jason takes a lot of abuse, as you would expect, but Freddy ultimately dives into his subconscious and has, water as his elemental fear. And I love the way this looks, because most of the time it's red, because Freddy is red for fire, and then Jason died by water, Freddy died by fire. It's kind of, a mixing of the two. There's a lot of red and blue, or I guess there's a lot of red and green in this scene, because the water is, you know, like a camp green water. But, and the scene looks beautiful. The dream sequence fight, and all of it looks beautiful. And one thing I didn't really get was why Jason was afraid of water. I mean, I could understand maybe somewhere in his subconscious, yeah, there's a tiny bit fear of water, because he did drown in the water. But I mean, I don't know if I believe that or not, because he did kind of walk through water on about every occasion imaginable, but this one time he just does not want to walk towards water. I don't understand what the deal is with that. Remember in Friday the 13th part 6, he was walking into the water, and he went fully submerged. He even stayed underwater for like many, many years between part 6 and part 7. So it seems to me that Jason really doesn't have a big fear of water. But okay. Continuing, there's another fight, which is in the real world, and Jason just demolishes Freddy at first, and then eventually it becomes more of a fair fight. But it's great. Jason's the big lug. He's got strength over Freddy, but Freddy's a lot smaller, a lot more agile, so he's definitely better in that department. So he can get in more hits quicker than Jason can. But still an amazing fight. I mean, I love the fight. Whenever I watched the movie, I was just, I was fully into it. I loved it. I was just pleased. I got to see Jason fight Freddy, which is all I really wanted to see out of this. So, I mean, if that's all you want to see out of this movie, then yeah, go watch it. Now, I mean, I like the movie. It's not anything great. It's definitely not like an amazing thing, but it delivers on everything you'd want it to deliver on. So yeah, this time Kane Hodder does not play Jason. It's actually a guy named Ken Kurtzinger. He was in Friday the 13th Part 8. He played a stunt double of Jason in the movie, and he also he's in the scene where Jason walks into the bar in Manhattan. He picks up the guy and throws him against the mirror on the wall. That was him. This dude's really big. I think with the full costume on and the uh, the things that they put on the bottom of his shoes and stuff. I want to say he was 7'4" and Freddy was like 5'8" or 5'9". So there's quite a height difference, and that's really what they were going for. One looks a lot bigger than the other, and that's really an important factor in the two's fight. Um, but Freddy versus Jason, it's a really enjoyable movie, and I would definitely check this one out. Skip over 9 and 10 and watch this one. You'll really like it, especially if you're a fan of both Freddy and Jason. At the time I watched this, I was like, yeah, let's go, Jason. Let's kick Freddy's butt. Because, I mean, I like Freddy, but I've never been a huge fan of Freddy. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a fantastic October 11th, and see you tomorrow.